Okay, y'all, so I want to talk about the books that I'm currently in the middle of right now. I'm currently in the middle of quite a few books right now. Um, I have just been through a lot, and I have not been able to get my attention span back on track to finish a book, to be honest with you, okay? So, the first book that I'm in the middle of that I started quite some months ago, okay, is by April Sinclair. Not gonna be the same fool twice. I will put it on the screen because, as you can see, I am not home. I'm outside in nature getting my steps in. So this is book number 2. There's 3 books in the series. I read the first book, which, girl, I can't remember nothing right now, so I will put that book on the screen too. But I read that one some time ago, and I really, really loved it. It was actually a fluke that I happened to pick that book up because what is it? Something about my coffee. But it was a fluke that I had picked that book up because I was decluttering books or moving books around, and I happened to just pick that one up. It was in a random place, and I was like, I was about to declutter it. I was like, let me just read it or whatever. Just open the book up and read it. And so I loved it. I loved that book. And so that's how I came to read the first book, and so I'm hooked. Not to say the second book wasn't good. Life happened, and I didn't get back to it, but I want to get back to that book. It follows Stevie, who is the main character in book number 1. She's not really all grown up, but she's 18, just graduated from high school. Now this is set in like the 70s, I think, the 70s, and she's off. She went away for school, like in a different state, I think, or a different city, far away from her parents, okay? Which sometimes is the best thing for you to do at that age, you know? I think she was trying to get away from her mom because her mom was very strict. So she's coming into herself, her womanhood, discovering who she is, which we got a little bit of in book number 1. And so she's met roommates from her dorm, and all of them are from like different walks of life. They have different personalities, and I was definitely enjoying the book. Okay, I always say this, especially when I read about college students. I just read Tiffany D. Jackson's book, The Scammer, and it was kind of nostalgic just to go back in time like that through a book or whatever. So it was nostalgic in that way for me to read about, college students. And so I was enjoying the book. Then life happened, and then I put it away, and I need to get back to that. The next book that I'm in the middle of is Black by this author here, Vassal. Vassal is her last name, I think. It's a historical fiction. It's actually about Nat Turner. Okay, it's a historical fiction about his life or whatever. And I started that book when I went on my honeymoon, just again by fluke. I needed something to do. I downloaded the Kindle app on my phone because it wasn't on there before, because I didn't bring my Kindle with me. And of course, everybody wants to call me while I'm out here making these videos. Anyway, so I downloaded the app before the plane took off, before I didn't have any access. And then I was able to open it once we were in the air. And I think I got to chapter 4. I was really enjoying the book, and I need to get back to it. But I don't know why I even started it, because I definitely was not in the mood for a book like that, a historical fiction like that. But I remembered when I opened the app, that's the first book that popped up. And I remember a viewer commented on my channel several months ago and told me about this book. And I was like, okay, well, I remember she told me about this book. She said it was really good. She told me to read it. And so that's what I did. And I was enjoying it. And I never got back to it, probably because it's on my Kindle not on my Kindle, but it is on my Kindle, but also on the app too. So, out of sight, out of mind type thing. Never got back to it, but I do want to get back to that book as well. Fun fact, that whole thing happened not too far from where my family was born and raised. Next book that I am in the middle of is called The Correspondent by Virginia Evans. I actually started this book last weekend, just because I've been hearing a lot of chatter, and people that I watch say that they enjoyed the book. The book is definitely not a book that I would normally pick up. It's just not. And I think it made the short list of something. I could be lying, probably lying, y'all. So don't even pay me no mind. But anyway, I started on audio and I got 3 or 4 chapters in. I started like on a weekend, like a Sunday or something like that, because I only had maybe 2 or 3 days left on it. So I wanted to get it done because it's not a long book by audio. And I continued it on when I went home. I went home for my father's birthday. Like on the way to, I continued it in the car. But life happened again when I got back home. Forgot about it, and Libby just took it back, okay? And I was really enjoying that book as well too. I love a book about an elderly character. And one thing that I realized this year, is that I really like mixed media in books. I like emails and things like that, correspondence, communication, in different ways versus just dialogue or whatever. So the book is a series of letters that she writes to friends, family members, and things like that. Now, she's an older woman, so of course older people, they're still writing letters. They're still corresponding in that way. They're still writing checks at the grocery store, okay? I think the main character's name is Sybil. And she's funny. She is really funny. She is going through some things in her life. I'm not going to say what it is because I went into the book blind, not knowing anything about it other than people have been enjoying it, and it was written in letter form. That's what made me pick the book up. In fact, and also there was an elderly character or main female character. Now she talks really proper, well-to-do, things like that. She's going through a life transition. And so, she's lonely and things, and very witty, very, very witty. Was really enjoying the book. I have to get back to it. All right, so lastly, the last book that I'm in the middle of that I just soft DNF, not because I wasn't enjoying the book, it's because Libby took the book away from me because I was taking too long. I'm a very, very slow reader. It's Kristen Hanna's The Great Alone. I don't know why this particular book, but I read it on audio. I got a good 30% into this book, and life happened again, and I ended up putting it down. And then when I looked up to finish it, guess what? It was gone. Okay, and I couldn't get it back because Kristen Hanna is a very popular author. So I really wanted to see if I would like her writing. And so I thought I would start with this one because, not a whole lot of people really talk about this one. Her most talked about books is The Nightingale, and I think The Women, So this one, being that the premise was about a man who drags his family to Alaska or something like that, to be out in the wild. What do you call it when you're out on your own without internet? What do you call that? I forgot what you call that. When you brave nature on its own without the help of the government and things like that, you're just going at it naturally. He drags his family in that situation, and it does follow his wife and his young teenage daughter and how they're able to cope with that situation. So I got as far as them making it to Alaska and meeting a few people and trying to figure out how they're going to survive. It was getting good, and I was really enjoying it. It wasn't anything exciting, I would say, going on when I stopped reading the book. I'm sure the book would have picked up had I kept reading it. So I want to get back with that one too, because I was 30% in, and so I'll probably most likely pick that up on audio. So this is a very quick video that I just wanted to record while I was getting my steps in. This channel is going to be me talking about anything that I want to, but I definitely want to keep up my books. Okay, I'm still going to be reading books and doing book content, maybe like this, like a dedicated video specifically talking about books, or talking about books incorporated in like a vlog style lifestyle video. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking around, and hello to all of my new subscribers. I see you. and I hope we can chit chat in the comments down below. Let me know if you've read any of these books, which book, and if you have, let me know without spoiling the book how you liked it. I'll see you in the next.